Hello. Ooh, I'm gonna fall. It's one of those days. Alright, so my cat got extremely sick. Upper respiratory infection. I am trying my best to cope with it. He is now on the couch resting. Ooh, hello. In the meantime, since I can't do too much except give him medication and stuff, that was really nice. I'm going to do a video to take my mind off of it, and of course that would be my stupid phone ringing. I love Vonage because it does forward my voice messages, my voice mailers to me. I'm going to do Kat Von D. I'm going to do actually a workout sequence, and I figured that it would look a little bit better if I kind of tried a bit with the makeup this time instead of doing like my own thing solely. Now I do have, as you can see, a little bit of makeup on me at the moment. Let me just go ahead and take it off. I'm going to do a dry technique where I just pat to lift it off. I do this sometimes with my my little terry cloth rags, because I actually don't need all the makeup off to do this look. So this look is very dark anyways. Don't really need any help with that. So yes, this is part of my Gothic series. Let's just get to work right off the bat with our nice kind of pale, kind of not pale looking, not exactly sure what this is. Oh, and sorry I have not fixed the background. I am not good with backgrounds, I have noticed. I will film with wires in the back and all kinds of stuff. I really admire y'all for, being able to actually make it an aesthetic experience for your audience by providing them with lighting and special effects. I have got the lighting part down. I was thinking as a second part of my whole Gothic themed month, we'll call it, I was gonna go ahead and do a music video kind of thing. It's fire dancing. I actually found a really cool fire dancing spot right down the street that I can fire dance at, and do a little bit of my ambient music themed stuff. One studio is kind of the way to go. I've been messing with it. It does take a while. When you want to make music and you don't have a band, man, it can take a while. You have to really be patient with the process. I have been learning some new tools, some new things, and I'm so hard on myself when I don't get it right. But when you do get it right, man, it sounds beautiful. But getting it on an MP3, getting it on a video, editing the video, this might take a while, y'all. So it is a goal of mine. I plan to have some kind of original music, maybe even some original goth music. I'm kind of inspired by my whole Gothic routine, but when I posted it up, I got copyright infringement things. They say don't panic on YouTube, but I'm gonna panic because I really don't want to have be sitting at my desk and have these YouTube warnings. Anyhow, you can kind of hear my kitty sneezing in the background just lately, so I'm gonna hurry up and get this done so I can see to him. Any kind of white powder is fine. You don't actually need to use this. This is like a high definition powder, but who cares? I'm also really, really tired because I stayed up the night nursing my little angel, and turns out it was kind of my fault. I'd been spraying this flea stuff and said it could lead to lung irritation and stuff, and I was like, oh, that doesn't sound too good. So I only sprayed it around certain areas of the house, and it turned out that he was laying in all of those areas, and I didn't know about it, I guess, or he just decided to start doing that. Cats. Alright, just to put a nice base on my lips, let's go ahead and start with the eyes in our beautiful Kat Von D palette. Shout out to Kat Von D Rock. This is one of my favorite palettes. Let's go ahead and go for the blues. Now, if you're going to do blues, I strongly suggest, and let's do this before anything else gets done. Where is it? Let's put some Medusa on the eyelids. Blues tend to run. They tend to look cheesy. If you're going to do blue, go blue all the way. I want to do kind of a Betty Goth look for you today. So Betty Goth is kind of my term for using something kind of like an old style calendar looking Betty, but with a little bit of the like Betty Boop gone goth kind of look. It's always good when you start a makeup look to kind of start with the inspiration of it, kind of go from there. You never really know where you're going to get with it. I do have the Kat Von D collection, which is something that I swore you guys I would use last time, so let's go ahead and use these as well. First, I want to just go ahead and put a nice base all over the eye, a real neutral base. Any of these neutrals will do just fine. So let's go ahead and do that. Just brush it on over, kind of sets the lids up for what you want to do. Let's go ahead and take a nice, oops, I swear when you don't get enough sleep, you ever not get enough sleep and you just start dropping stuff all over the place? That is me all the way. Let's go ahead and start with this nice layered base blue. And like I said, I say base because this quite literally is just a base, because these are not going to be strong enough for what I want to do. Her shadows are actually very strong, they're very beautiful, but unless you really, really blot them down, you're going to have to use something else, which is why I went towards the metallic shadows. Now this just, like I said, this is a blue base. You can use a little bit of Hyperballad in the corners and just kind of shape it if you want first. Anything you want just to provide that nice kind of in-depth looking blue. And I like to drag it down. Like I said, this is Goth, so you can be a little creative, okay? So let's just use those for now. And we will use the nice strong shades, these two especially. I'm going to use the green in the inner part of the eye. Like I said, just a little bit with these goes a very long way. And go ahead and just blend. This will provide a bit of a highlight. I don't want my whole lid to look green though, so I'm going to stop there. And now it's time to shape these. And by shape, you kind of need a brush. Let's go ahead and do this one. It's a nice, tight sort of brush. I really like this camera. It actually tells me I'm filming by me actually seeing a red light in the lens. It's pretty cool. So go ahead and start with this. And just start as if you were lining with with a liner basically. But as if you don't really care about how thick the line was. You were just trying to get it to pull out all the way and bring it back in. Okay? And you can just keep going over that line as many times as you want. Alright? That will be your base line, and then you can put, I like to place the blue underneath a little bit too. And in this case, let's pretend like we're going to the club and the lights are going to be really strong and we don't really care anyways. Let's pull this through and all the way down. And then let's dab some on the top part and just kind of connect these two lines. Alright? So I've just managed to kind of plump my eyes out just a little bit, if you notice. I've created this illusion that they're bigger than they are. Because that's really all makeup is. It's one big illusion, so you have to kind of be patient with me when I start doing something that you go, ooh, I don't like that, It's designed to do a Cleopatra, and if you look, I've done the base, so it kind of pulls the whole look out. Let's go ahead and have a little fun with this. I have my 24-hour Too Faced green pen or pencil. Let's go ahead and just drag that along the waterline and on the insides. This will just provide a little bit of a sharper look and bring the eye in. And let's go ahead and use Kat Von D Blue tattoo liner, because I don't actually need that much help. I've already created the baseline. See how little I'm using? I'm really just trying to define my lash line so that the eye doesn't go all over the shadow area. It goes to the shadow area, but it also goes to the upper lash line. Alright. Now if you want, you can do a neat little thing where you do the cat eye on top of the blue, where you just draw the cat eye up and around and down, and then you can bring it through the sides just like that. That's kind of something I like to do, especially if it's at night and I want a really dramatic look. Now, this is something that's kind of cool. You take the liner. This takes a lot of practice. You already kind of know where your lips end, right? So you can go ahead and put the liner there. If you have a brush, I would say a lip brush, which actually I have finally ordered in the mail. But let's just use this one for the sake of it. Go ahead and blend it. And then a little lip gloss over it, and you'll have these kind of cool, slightly outlined blue lips. I did order a Sugar Pills lip brush. It should be here soon. Alright, so there's that. You can see I have the basic line. Let's just go ahead and use our blue gloss. If you have blue gloss, great. If you don't, a nice simple pink gloss will be fine. Go back over. Anyways, that line will kind of guide you through the whole blue process. That way you're not too out. See, it looks really dreamy. It's kind of fun. You can also just do a basic pink lip with this. That's absolutely fine. But, you know, and lip pencils, you can use anything you want for a lip pencil. Don't get intimidated. Think that, oh God, this says lip pencil. I have to use it because it says lip pencil. Lip pencil. This is Manga mascara. This first came to my attention because Black Friday told me to use it. And with this, you're going to be very dramatic. Just like really brush. I actually kind of act like I'm brushing my teeth when I use this. Alright guys, so for my Gothic dance video, oh by the way, that is the finished look. I will show you a cool trick of how to vavoom this if you are a really confident person and you don't care what other people think. Go ahead and take this guy, which is again the Metal collection from Kat Von D. Lift up your brows and just brush that highlighter on there. You do not have to put a whole lot, but always remember to lift up before you do this because you don't want it to get all over your eyebrows. And when you're done, you can pull that highlight around, down, and through the eyes. Have fun with this. I really enjoy this brush actually for this. I use it all the time. I like to pull it down a little bit just to give myself a little glow. And that kind of gives it that starry-eyed sort of look. It can bring it back up 3 or 4 tones, so you might want to go back over the blue again to kind of darken it, deepen it a little bit more. And another product I wanted to push was this really cool Master Drama. It's called Chromatics. This is a really cool effect, so if you wanted to do a little bit more of a liquidy look on the bottom, you could just drag this on the bottom and it'll give that wet look back. When you're using too much matte shadow, sometimes you lose that liquidy, shiny look. So this is kind of a little trick that I use. And if you see, it kind of reflects a little bit. Alright, so we're doing the whole mermaid thing, it looks like here. To make sure that this look is balanced, let's go ahead and use... I'm not going to use my shaper kit today, although I did use it last week and I really, really liked it. Let's just use some... I really like this stuff. It's called Colorful Matte. It's cashmere, and this is Sephora. I think this was a good $20, so I don't use it very much, but it is really neat if you just want to pop out your cheeks real quick and you don't want to put a lot of effort. I do not like applying 6 different types of blush. So if you want to make your forehead look a little smaller, or if you want to pop your cheeks out a little bit, you can just use this real quick, and I guarantee you it will pop and give that look. Ooh, gosh, you know what? If I had known that this desk would do this to me, I probably would not have bought it. It is the most painful thing in the world. It's a magnetic thing, like a magnetic drawer, and boy, when it pops, it pops. So, alright, I'm going to go look for some jewelry. We're going to do some fun stuff. Remember, when I do this Gothic video, I'm going to list all the songs below from the start point of the time that they start, of course, and I'm going to have my earphones in so that I don't use Gothic songs that I'm not allowed to use in the YouTube video. So I'm going to use 3 songs, a warm-up. This is like a recovery workout, so a warm-up, a little bit of a push, and then a cool down. And that's just, it's going to be a nice push to the heart, push to the everything, the dynamics of it. And yeah, if I use really old goth music, I don't think I get copyrighted. But I like the modern stuff, so we'll see how it goes. I'm going to mix it up for you guys, all right? Thanks for sticking with me. I know that was kind of a nice long video for you, but I wanted to do something cool. Oh, and also, remember, for long-lasting coverage, Urban Decay, they actually sell this at the front desk at Sephora. Like a tester, you can just spritz it on and go, and it deepens the makeup a shade or two, and it's pretty rad stuff. All right, guys. Bye. Say goodbye to Creepy Gothic Dolly. Creepy Gothic Dolly.